Hi, welcome to Group Chat. It's me, Robbie Goodwin, your host. Episode 4. If you're still with us, well, thank you very much. I'm here with a great comedian. I just met him on the street. I just bumped into him, and he begged me to do this podcast.
Yep.
He was like, Robbie, I've been on, Fallon. I've been on Cord. Have you been on Corden?
Not yet.
Well, yeah. Oh, I met you outside Corden's studio because
Yeah.
you were like trying to get on there. And they
Turns out he's in L.A.
Yeah, it turns out. And you're like, do you have anything I can jump on? And I was like, well, I was going to do a solo like Rush Limbaugh thing, but why don't you jump on here? Andy Haynes is here, everybody.
Hey, thanks so much for having me,
You're
Robbie.
welcome.
This is really generous of you.
Yeah, I like to give a break to the little guy,
I really wanted to come in and out of the rain.
Yeah.
I've been trying to sell newspapers all day long.
Yeah.
It turns out print is dead.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you just thought this was shelter, right?
Yeah. That's what I came in here for.
Yeah,
I
no.
can sleep here, right?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah,
Cool.
definitely. It's named Gotham Podcast Studios because it's like the Bat Cave.
Oh, okay. New York is crazy, man.
It is. We'll get into that later. We're gonna get into that about how crazy New York is. But thanks for coming, man. How are you doing?
I'm good. The weather sucks, and I have a sinus infection.
Oh,
But
no.
Otherwise, I'm great.
I have a
know.
Seinfeld infection.
Oh, okay.
He's just in me. He's trying to get out.
I was thinking about writing a pilot because I want to write a pilot that's like a writing sample that's just completely absurd, and it was just gonna be called Pinefeld, and it's an episode of Seinfeld, but Jerry's a tree.
That would go along with my pilot, Cherry Seinfeld.
Oh, whoa!
Yeah, it's Jerry's a cherry.
Is there a cherry pine?
If
Pine
there is,
cherry?
if
Yeah,
there,
there's got to be.
we got to move back to LA. We have to pitch this. I'm in a tree.
There was some. I was reading something recently. I think it was a short story in the New Yorker.
Yeah.
And it was about like how back in the day, like people used to just really be like in New York and they'd like be Ivy League graduates, and then their friend would be like, I've met TV people, we gotta hit Hollywood. And then they would just come out to LA and go to like 4 mixers and then just
they got a
like movie magnets.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of podcasts, and all like everyone above like 30, or everyone above like 45 stories like, yep, I did 3 open mics at the comic strip, and Jay Leno was in the crowd.
It used to be so easy.
It used to be so great, man.
And then, now it's literally like you can do everything they tell you to do, and
Yeah.
people are still like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Have you thought about lifting boxes?
Have you thought about doing an Australian one-woman show?
I actually am thinking about doing that.
Andette?
No, I was gonna just do a one-woman show about my ex-girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and just tour.
Is your ex-girlfriend Nanette?
Yeah, it's Nanette, the one that Hannah Gadsby had a crush on.
Right.
It's that Nanette.
The actual Nanette.
Yeah, she's in Tasmania.
Oh wow.
Not Tanzania.
Tanzania. Yeah.
She's in Tanzania.
They call her the Tasmanian Devil because she broke your heart.
Yeah, I mean, I call her worse things.
Yeah. Like rude.
Yeah, I'm like, you rude.
Oof. If someone ever,
scoundrel.
I hope no one ever if I ever date a rude woman.
Yeah.
I mean, that's gonna be. I don't know if I'll ever date again.
I go, I'm disappointed in you.
Ugh, that hurts.
And that crushes them.
Yeah. That is like the thing that my parents would always say. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. And that's like a cliche, but that does hurt.
Which parent is Afghan?
My mom is.
Your mom?
Yeah.
All right.
So she'd be like, I'm not mad.
Really? That's how
No,
she
my mom just sounds like this. She just sounds, like a white lady.
Did she leave Afghanistan in the 70s?
Yeah. Like when she was like 8 or something. Yeah, I think it was like
back when things
in the
were
60s,
cool.
actually. Yeah, she was like, I saw people with like mini skirts, and like the Beatles would come. I was like, I'm like, Mom, I don't think
the Beatles.
I don't think you met the Beatles.
I don't think the Beatles ever went to Kabul.
George Harrison actually did like Afghanistan. It was like a hip place for a while, and then the fucking Russians. I'm not gonna get into the fucking Russians.
Let's talk
again.
about it. The Mujahideen.
Oh man, yeah. All right, hey Russia, if you're listening, I dare you to hack me.
Next door is the RT podcasting studio.
Just like with like a cone against the wall. Have you seen that comedian that does like a daily show that's sponsored by Russia Today or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, I have some friends that are actually involved with that show, and then my friend, I don't know the guy. I know him, but I'm not like a friend of his. It's this guy Lee Camp.
Yeah, that guy. He's
And
fascinating to me.
He was always the guy around the New York scene that like, I think he was okay. I never remember like wanting to see his stand up again.
Right.
So it didn't like speak to me a ton, but it was like very like snide political.
Oh, yeah.
It was like left before
like the
Daily.
Bernie.
No, before like the Jon Stewart like
It was like liberal stuff, like just mainstream
kind
liberal
of
stuff.
uber liberal.
Because if you don't know, this guy does like this YouTube like daily show.
It's on TV.
That's like, oh, it's on TV?
It's on the RT network.
Oh, I thought it was just on YouTube.
No, it's RT networks. It's the Russia TV.
Okay.
It's funded by the Kremlin.
Cool.
And I don't think that they have any kind of editorial.
Yeah.
Because it's, it's in DC. I don't think anybody's being like talking to like Compromat or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, it's it's definitely like a conflict of interest, and all of them are kind of like tinfoil hat guys.
Right.
Where they're like, man, you think Bernie got fucked over by the DNC? You don't even know what happened to Jill Stein. Nobody's. This is America.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah. It's kind of like how Compound Media is funded by one Italian man in Little Italy. Yeah.
I think like I believe a lot of those conspiracies, but
Yeah.
like it'd be too much work if we like
Right.
like the government has probably done some pretty bad stuff, but I don't want to take over the government.
No, I don't think I do a better job.
Yeah. Also, like, do you want to like live in like a I don't know, like a war zone?
No.
Like, while we try to figure it out?
Well, am I successful in this war zone? Am I like the big comic in the war zone?
Well, here's the thing, Robbie.
Yeah.
Both of us are beta men. Do you think if things get really scary, we're all of a sudden gonna find an alpha mode?
That would be hilarious. If I just like start having spears and like, oh, that'd be great.
For the longest time, I still have 2 more years that I can do it. I've wanted to join the French Foreign Legion, which is it's a mercenary component of the French army, and you can just go.
You can just go?
Anybody can go.
Yeah.
And you just
Really?
Yeah, and the whole thing about it that's like
Who's France fighting?
they're doing like a lot of stuff in like their colonial, like Cote d'Ivoire, Haiti.
Right.
Well, Haiti's not a colony anymore, but like French Guiana. But you can have a criminal, like you can have warrants out for you, and you can like have like a family that you've abandoned, and they don't care. And
Really?
that's why some people join it.
No way.
Yeah, you can be from anywhere in the world.
Whoa.
I think the only thing is if you like maybe are like.
Is that why Louis C.K.'s in France right now?
Yeah, he joined.
Is that why he's doing all those shows there?
No, you have to be 39. That's the oldest you can join, and it's a 5-year commitment, and you get French citizenship.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The dream.
And you can't sign up online. You have to go to their base camp in the Pyrenees.
Where's the Pyrenees?
It's the mountain range between Spain and France.
Damn, that's so cool. Good for them, man.
So how old are you?
I'm 28.
I
got 10 years.
11 years, dude.
Oh my God, dude. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be French. I'll eat baguettes.
Smoke cigarettes through a baguette.
Smoke cigarettes through a baguette. I'll be a fruity frog. I don't care.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
is this what you
welcome
usually...
aboard?
Yeah. That's how
welcome, losers from around the world.
Yeah, like...
we don't have a Me Too movement here.
Yeah. You can smoke in bed and drink brandy while your child cries.
Nobody works.
You can hit your son with cheese.
Our women all look almost dead, but in a very hot way.
Do you have skinny legs and a big pot belly? You are welcome at our beaches.
We still have 1800 standards for in shape.
Man, group chat, the French off that we just did.
Oh, that's great.
That's gonna go down in.
I love a French off.
Yeah.
Andy Haynes is here.
Hell yeah, dude.
I can't wait we're gonna get canceled. It's gonna be great.
Do they want you to have a structure?
I don't think they do.
Do you think they listen?
We got 1 million downloads.
What?
Yeah.
1 million downloads?
1 million downloads.
By episode 4?
Yeah, no, it's huge.
That's insane.
I'm kidding.
Oh, I was like, that's crazy.
No, nobody knows who I am. Andy, you just had I'm going to ask you a few questions at the top here, though, that I wrote down.
All right, let's do it.
Andy.
Did Sam send these to you?
No, but I have a very young Sheldon-esque question for you. Andy, you're past at the Comedy Cellar, which is cool. What do you prefer doing? A sold-out show at the Comedy Cellar or your day job as a mover?
That's hard. I make more money moving. I also have... Like, I'm not just a mover. Let's get this clear. I restore mid-century furniture.
That's cool.
I do art handling. I write occasionally for media.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you're a big comic. You're doing a lot better than me.
I go on the road. My main income is moving, still to some extent.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good workout, but I'm ashamed of myself every second that I do it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, but hey, that's sick. I mean, I can't move anything.
Yeah.
I can't even move a.
I'm in great shape because of it.
Yeah.
And I'm also a member of Equinox.
Oh, okay. That's sick.
Yeah.
Do you get the Equinox membership with moving?
No, I get it to remedy the moving. That's why I joined.
Oh, okay.
So that I had a nice thing in my life.
Yeah. I have nothing, but I have you, Equinox.
Yeah, you go there and you pretend like you're doing very well.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
They don't know that you live in Bed-Stuy with 2 other grown men.
Yeah, you look like you live in a high-rise above the Equinox.
It's going to happen. Somebody's going to fucking latch on to this pretty soon.
I think so, man.
Yeah, this is my year.
I think so, man.
Half decade.
Yeah, half decade.
Yeah.
You are one of my favorite comics in
Thanks,
the city.
man.
And
I appreciate that.
I'm like, yeah, why... You know, I'm definitely. You're one of the guys where it's like, I hope Andy like actually this.
I hope Andy doesn't put a gun in his mouth before this thing clicks.
I hope Andy doesn't fucking kill himself.
Nah, I'm too much of a narcissist.
Right.
But I do hate being poor.
Yeah.
Although I'm not poor, I just have to pay off debt.
Right. Yeah, that's the thinking man's poorness.
Yeah.
What is debt? You know, when the apocalypse comes, nobody's gonna know what debt is.
And here's the thing: if I get a new apartment that's like sick,
Yeah.
I'll just file for bankruptcy.
Damn.
Because then I don't have to like worry about my income anymore.
Right.
Like, or about my credit. Because that's the only thing I need credit for.
Right. Your apartment
is to get an apartment.
Yeah.
So once I do that, I can just tell the bank I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sorry,
legally,
but I don't know what debt is.
A legal goodbye note to the banks,
Yeah.
and then it's 7 years of financial purgatory.
Right.
And then around 45, I'll buy a house.
And you'll already be in the French army for like 5 years at that point.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Oui, oui.
we do not have money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You were in I was just reading an article about you. Speaking of like, it was the headline was it this next comic should be as famous as John Mulaney. The Seattle comic should be as famous as John Mulaney, I think.
I think it was something like, why is Andy Haynes not as big as John Mulaney?
That's funny.
And I answered it. Oh,
I got one that said, I had one that said, why isn't Robbie Goodwin as famous as that fan?
Yeah. That's good. I had a roast joke that I wrote for Dan St. Germain.
Yeah.
That was, it's really bad, but I'm going to still tell it right now. It was, Dan St. Germain, man, he's like a real comic. Like, that's a real comic. Like he's like the opposite of Dat Fan. He's Fat Dan.
And he was like, oh God. Did he call me fat? Yeah. I thought I looked okay.
Yeah.
I got to get to a meeting at Spike.
One time we were at a party both hitting on the same girl, and he was like, fuck it, man, I'm gonna fucking ask her for a number. And then she gave it to him, and then I immediately went up to her and I was like, hey, I would also like your number. And she gave it to me too, and she was like, I was just being nice to him.
But I would actually want to fuck you.
And then we went on like a month of dates.
That's so
every day.
Did you bring Dan with you to the dates?
No, but I definitely was like, hey, bitch, I'm going on a date with that girl that you like.
Why does he keep telling me?
And then he proceeded to just get every writing job that he wanted for 4 years and a beautiful fiance. So, you know.
He seems to fuck a lot.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
He's been with the same girl for like 2 years.
Yeah,
but he used to do well, which
Yeah.
was like surprising for somebody that, you know.
He looks like he just got off a bus.
Yeah, he looks like
that he slept on that day.
He looks like a guy that you like go to find to do something like, you know, like your old army buddy
Right.
who's like only will do, you know, he can like hack into. This is not going anywhere.
Yeah, that metaphor. I was like, army hacking guy, war games.
He looks like a Vietnam vet.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That you hire to kill your wife's.
He looks like one of Walter from The Big Lebowski's friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So you live in New York now?
I do. I kind of live between New York and LA.
Yeah, we met in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where'd you fuck more?
Ooh. I want to say it's been pretty even.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I wasn't like a fuck guy until I got divorced.
Right.
And then I became a fuck guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like such a drunk when I was in my early 20s when everybody's doing their like peak fucking.
Sure. I thought that's how you fucked, though. You just get drunk and hope.
Yeah, I mean but if you get too drunk, then you can't.
Fuck.
Yeah, I was like the guy. My go-to was to get blackout drunk and then to cause some kind of commotion.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe break a bottle over my head.
Yeah, just get a ruckus
or
going.
punch a guy.
Yeah.
Or try to kiss somebody's wife. You know, a lot of that fun
Did
stuff.
you get your ideas from like 70s frat house movies?
I mean, essentially, yeah.
Breaking a bottle.
I thought all that shit was so cool.
Yeah.
And then I quit drinking, but then I was just like a serial monogamist.
Right.
And then
That's the best thing to have cereal in front of.
Yeah.
And then because
Yep.
there's other things.
Yep. I only listened to Serial, the podcast, for years.
Yeah.
And
As a serial fan, serial killer, serial monogamist is the
I think
best.
a lot of people think I am a serial killer. They said I give off serial killer vibes. I think you do more.
I definitely do. But you give off the serial killer that they actually want to fuck vibe. You get like the love letters.
Yeah, I got Ted Bundy vibes.
Yeah, I have like Elliot Rodger vibes. Excuse me.
Wait, who's Elliot Rodgers?
He was the virgin who like shot up Santa Barbara. I don't mean to bring him up.
Oh, his dad was a producer on The Sopranos?
The Hunger Games.
Oh,
was it?
I think it's The Sopranos.
He was like really connected in Hollywood. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Elliot Rodger, he'd go out. He just like made all these cryptic videos that were like, Elliot Rodger here, mwah ha 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 ha. Like
they were like
very,
that?
yeah. Like he'd like try to be like the Joker, but like
he was like a villain.
Yeah, well, the thing was he was a villain, but when he tried to be villainous, it was just cringy. He just like came off like the virgin side like came out when he like tried to be like he just you remember in 8th grade when people like pretend to be like a villain or whatever.
Yeah,
I ran in maybe different circles than you did, but people like it was like a kid playing pretend kind of. But I
remember like a weird nerdy quiet kid that hated everybody.
Yeah,
but that would be kind of like. Like that.
Yeah.
Like, but
that's what. Yeah.
I think we just call those school shooters now.
Yeah.
And
because there's so many of them,
Yeah.
It's like the Breakfast Club would have to have a school shooter now.
They should make a Breakfast Club school shooting.
They should.
A school shooting movie that's Breakfast Club style.
It's just the whole Breakfast Club, but at the end they just get shot. They all get together.
They
friends.
shoot the school up.
Oh yeah, who would be the school shooter in the Breakfast Club?
I mean, obviously, the guy who
the basket case.
No, the nerdy kid.
Oh yeah.
What was his name? Anthony Michael Davis. Anthony Michael Hall, right?
Oh yeah.
He was in a bunch of other stuff eventually.
Yeah, he was in Hall & Oates.
Yep. Yeah. That's our guy.
Anthony Michael Hall, John Oates. Speaking of Sam Sawyer, he recently left a mattress at your apartment. I had to go get it.
Really?
You remember that?
Oh
he
yeah.
He left his blow-up mattress at your place, and he left it on me to go get it. And then I asked him to pay for the Uber, and he was like, okay.
Such a weird person.
Yeah,
if you're listening to this, Sam, you're weird.
Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah, we went, but so Sam was visiting, and we went to go to the Comedy Cellar to go watch you. I read that you request only to go up on the Louis C.K. nights.
Yeah, I mean, I know my audience.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know that if they're pro Louis, they're gonna be.
They're gonna love. Yeah, they're like, all right, okay. But
it's funny because no, not Louis. I only go up on Pina CK shows.
Yeah,
that's my brand.
Pina CK is also passed to the cellar.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's they're trying to right the wrong.
Yeah, they're trying to just bum out their crowds.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember we saw Artie Lang went up like right after you.
Jesus
and
Christ.
And I believe you described him as he looks like he just got hit by a car.
He was bleeding. I mean, that was part of his act that night was that he was bleeding. I'm a sober person, so I do feel an immense amount of empathy for him.
Oh, yeah, so do I.
Sometimes you gotta.
The amount of self-destruction with Artie is so crazy to me.
Yeah, I feel like when I went and I watched Dirty Jobs recently, isn't that what it's
Dirty
called?
Work?
Dirty
with
Work,
Norm? Yeah.
And it was like he probably was. Hollywood at that point was probably thinking he was going to be like the next Belushi.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he's like the breakout character in that.
Because he was like so funny, and also he was like handsome in that like pudgy kind of like small Italian-y Greeky
Yeah, he
guy.
didn't look awful.
No.
Which he eventually would.
Yeah, like he would have definitely had a long career, but I guess, man, heroin's great. That's what I hear.
I hear it's great.
I heard it's so
yeah,
good.
did you ever like get into opiates and stuff like that, or was
no,
that not
I really lucked out. It was alcohol, and I almost died like a bunch of times
from booze?
Not like poisoning, like
Yeah.
literally just like walking into traffic or off of something, or just things where I should have been much more hurt.
Right.
I crashed a car,
Oh wow.
But I was always afraid of pills, and nobody around me did cocaine, so I wasn't exposed to that.
Right.
I've done cocaine once in my life, and I had since quit drinking, so it was just weed and cocaine, which is not a great mix.
No.
I was just very relaxed and yelling into women's faces at a Las Vegas nightclub.
That's tough.
But yeah, no, I think I've done opiates maybe post-surgery.
Yeah.
I don't even really remember the feeling.
Yeah, I only did Vicodin after I got my wisdom teeth taken out, and I didn't think it was that great. I don't understand what this crisis is about.
No, yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Maybe it's good we're weeding out these people who love this shitty drug so much.
I'm definitely going to co-sign that. Just totally.
Look, Trump is against the opiate crisis. So if you're against the opiate crisis, you're with Donald Trump, okay?
Yeah, I'm pro-opiate crisis.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think heroin specifically, when... who is it? What's his name? Harris was talking about
Harris Whittles
going from doing whatever, I guess, oxys to shooting heroin.
Yeah.
He said like the second he shot heroin, he was going to be addicted to it for the rest of his life.
That's what Artie said too. He said he tried it and he was like, "Oh yeah, this is the best."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm never gonna try it because it's just I don't want to know anything that good.
No, I mean I'm like addicted to like solitaire, like you know, like I can't have anything that actually feels good.
You just turn anything into addiction.
Women, spending money, podcasting. I have 17 podcasts that I do every day. And all of them have Patreons that are under 4 patrons.
I love when people start Patreons on podcasts before they have any audience. Like they're way out the gate with it. They're like, "Hey, sign up for our Patreon."
I tried to start a Patreon for After Sheldon.
Yeah.
But it was like nobody was promoting the show, and I don't have enough of an online presence, so I felt kind of like one of those people. But it really should have, because it was such a fun show to do.
That was great.
And I still get people that like are like legit in the comedy world.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, like cool producer people who like make like Adult Swim things, and they're like, that fucking show was so great.
It was so funny, man. I watched it. I watched because I submitted a lot of jokes to it actually.
Oh yeah,
via Sam
Sawyer.
If you don't know what Young Sheldon is, it was a young
After Sheldon.
It was an After Sheldon. Oh yeah, it was an After Sheldon. It was Andy's fake Young Sheldon after show, like The Walking Dead, like after
Talking Dead.
Yeah, Talking Dead. Yeah, and so you kind of did like an imitation Chris Hardwick, you know.
I did a man on like the verge of collapse.
Yeah,
and we never really made it to talking about the show. It was supposed to be like the #1 Young Sheldon fan show.
But you seem to not know what the show was. You never heard of The Big Bang Theory.
Yep.
You just thought Young Sheldon was its own thing.
It was it was like one of the funnest things I've ever done.
It was really funny.
The problem is Jash was like going under as we like did it, and then they also like we'd be like, we're gonna get some of your guys's like roster, right? And they'd be like, yep, we're reaching out. Nobody would ever show up.
Yeah.
I would always like the last 3 episodes I had to pretend that Brandon Wardell had told me that like celebrity friends of his were coming, and then they didn't show up, and so we would just shit on Brandon the whole time.
He's like, wait, no.
Yeah, there was a lot of that.
So yeah, we're gonna have I told Carly Rae Jepsen that she was coming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was supposed to come. Ali Wong was supposed to come.
Yeah.
No, it was so fun, but you got to have like, it's so hard to make things that go anywhere now.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of the way, like, the way to do it. That like new media shit, and it was kind of cool that you were testing out Facebook Live, but. Yeah, everyone talks about like alternative media, man. That's like the new thing, but it's still like the formula. Still, you got to get celebrities to like co-sign your shit, and then it's like,
or you have to have some crazy following. Like you may not be a celebrity in the true sense, but like I still don't know how people get like huge online.
No,
like, I've tried. You know, I've probably tweeted 10,000 times.
Yeah, same.
I maybe have 10,000 followers.
I don't know what the key is.
Consistency,
posting on Reddit.
Is it?
I don't know.
Anyways, yeah.
I think it's at replying the president.
That's a big thing.
I do love how people actually get like those Krasenstein guys or whatever.
Yep,
you know who these guys are?
Yeah. I made a joke. I said, when are we going to do the hot Michael Cohen book? And they like immediately replied.
That's awesome.
They immediately replied.
They have a podcast.
What's it called?
It's called like Resistance with the Krasensteins, and they're just they're just every episode like, so the Kofifi Orange Man is up to his old tricks.
Yeah, they think they're so funny. I love it.
Just laughing at their own stuff. Yeah, man. I stand and Stein, the Krasensteins.
I think it's so sad how many people love the Pod Save America guys.
Yeah.
Too.
You look like you could be a host of Pod Save America.
I mean, I would sell out in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, I would I would probably do like what's it called? The Blaze at this point of my career.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was thinking like, would I do like Fox News? You know, would I do Red Eye or whatever?
Talk to what's his name? Tom
Myers?
the host? Yeah,
Tom
Myers.
Shilhu?
Tom Shilhu, yeah. I mean, he's like a Brooklyn dad with like, you know, I think he was definitely like a very liberal. He was like in the New York storytelling scene.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's like whoever's gonna. I was talking to somebody who does like who hosts a show on Compound Media, and he's a very liberal guy, and he's like, look, man, there's no outlet, you know, there's no one else is paying me, so like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, to some extent, you have to forgive those people their trespasses.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like,
Yeah.
don't. Do that.
One of my shows got on, or one last thing about After Sheldon.
Mm-hmm.
One of my jokes got on the Brandon episode, and he went, "What? Who wrote that? What?"
What was the joke?
It was, "What does it feel like to be the most hated guest on a bunch of different podcasts?"
Yeah. Yeah, got him.
Hey, it's Mother's Day today, huh? You calling your mom?
Called my stepmom. My mom's in Seattle, so I got to call her in when I'm done with this.
Yeah, that does suck with the whole step parent thing. You have to like go through the motions. Like, that's the problem with like the divorce shit.
Oh yeah, you're my mom. Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah. You did say that to her. I heard the end of your call.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So so let's go over what trended this week. Trump called Mayor Pete Alfred E. Newman. Did you see that?
Buttigieg?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Trump said no one wants Alfred E. Newman to be president.
Oh.
You know,
I'm surprised he didn't go with something homophobic.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think I've already said this on the podcast. It's not even my joke. But my friend said like he's gonna do the opposite thing where he tries to be more gay than Pete. Like he's just gonna be like, folks, I'm so gay. Okay, I'm the gayest guy. This guy, he says he's gay, but he's never even seen a dick.
I think it's. I don't think he's gonna last though, right?
Mayor Pete.
It's just gonna be Joe Biden versus
gonna be,
Bernie,
yeah,
and then
I think it's just gonna be Biden.
Biden's gonna
I
win.
called it before Biden even announced. I mean, but it's pretty
yeah.
easy to call. He's like leading all the polls. Like,
and then I think Biden will also lose
to Trump.
Yeah,
it's so hard to beat an incumbent president, but who knows?
Who lost? Carter lost.
Carter lost.
Bush one lost.
Bush lost, but he also got the vote split because of Ross Perot.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know if Clinton would have beat that. And it was also like Bill Clinton also ran like a historically great campaign that year. Like it's like known as one of the great campaigns. So it's gonna.
It was a
I
party.
don't know.
It was like a great time.
Hey, what's up? He just gave everyone free beer.
yeah.
Hey, we're gonna fucking smoke some weed and win this thing.
That's a good Clinton.
Thanks.
I like it.
I would kill it in the 90s. I want to be a 90s
man.
comic so goddamn
Be
bad.
so easy.
I want premium blend, man.
Yeah, you'll get it.
Hopefully I get on Best Week Ever soon. That'd be awesome.
Oh, man.
Did you ever do Best Week Ever?
No. I'm not likable. That's like a problem with my. I'm like a funny stand-up, but you can't like put me in front of a camera and just be like, Andy, just tell the bits, because
Right.
I like am awkward and
Yeah.
I feel fine.
I don't feel like that. I think you're pretty confident on stage and stuff.
It's just on stage because I'm talking about stuff I know.
Right.
I'm not. I guess I could do it.
So
I've just never even gotten close on like a hosting thing.
Do you think it's like maybe like not jumping to the next level is just like the fact, like, is it harder to just be good at stand-up these days? I feel like you can't just do stand-up anymore. You have to have like 8 different things.
No, I mean, I think it's easy to get good at stand-up.
Yeah.
And then it's hard to get great at it.
Right. Oh, for sure.
And then I think everybody, if you just stick around it long enough, you can get to where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to figure out like that sophomore kind of album-esque part of your career.
Right.
But I also fucked up. I mean, like, one thing you have to do is you have to know what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew what I wanted to do until I kind of was like past that moment. And then also you have to like be really grateful, work really hard. I mean, when you look at people that have like TV shows, for the most part, unless they're just acting on them, they work so much.
Yeah.
You know, and that's like a lot of hard work.
Yeah, I heard like Whitney Cummings, like backstage, like she would go on stage and she'd get off and start writing spec scripts and shit like that. Like she was just like a pathologically like hard worker.
Yeah, she's insane.
Yeah, where it's like I got into stand up so I don't have to work.
I mean, I just want to work, but Sorry. I don't want to work to work.
Yeah.
That's the thing that sucks.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, I'll be such a good worker. They're like, why don't you work for years and then maybe we'll give you a shot.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it sucks.
It's okay.
No, it
I
is
have
fun.
9 jobs.
Yeah.
I have health insurance that I pay for.
Where are you getting at?
Health First, man.
Hell yeah.
Rocking that NY. Health First NY.
That's sick, dude.
Dude, it's dope.
Is it?
No. It's awful.
Yeah.
It's like you're like, oh, I'd like to know where my primary care doctor is. And they're like, have you heard of the Bronx?
Try your bodega guy.
Yeah. Hablas español? Sí.
The Jonas Brothers are back.
Hell yeah.
It's funny that they did like a reunion show or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny that I'm getting old enough that the thing I remember being too old for in the first place, and I was like pissed off that I was like, this is for young people, and I'm like an old, and now they're on the nostalgia circuit.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've completely missed the cycle.
I mean, I'm 37 in July. It feels like very old because I don't even know what the Jonas Brothers sound like.
Me neither. I don't think I do
play the
either.
Jonas Brothers song, I'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe I could recognize like a title of one,
Mm-hmm.
but they're old enough to be like in the like second or third act of their career.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even know what these guys are about.
Yeah. I don't get. Yeah.
The weird thing is there's people that were probably super Jonas Brothers fans getting married now.
Oh, they're walking down the aisle to the fucking Jonas Brothers.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they were like 16 when the Jonas Brothers were big, and now
Yeah.
they're 24 and pregnant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wild.
I would love that. I wonder if anyone's like walked down the aisle like, I wish that my mom.
Of course,
I don't know.
of course they
I
have.
fucking hate
What do you
my
call that?
dad.
Emo punk?
Like pop punk, yeah.
Yeah, pop punk. I hate that shit.
Yeah. What kind of music? You're a hip hop man, right?
I like rap music a lot, but
Yeah.
I also like.
Yeah. We're waiting out for the Triple X Tentacion reunion tour.
Yep, I can't wait for that. I want to hear it.
The 6ix9ine
You know
reunion
that,
tour.
like oddly, like those guys, like what's his name? Little the one that died.
Lil Peep.
Yeah, like Little Peep and Triple Xtacion. They were like kind of. They did pop punk stuff. They did like
Yeah.
scream, like
Yeah. X has like a bunch of like rock songs that are just like, I am so mad. Like they're
Yeah.
very weird. It's very like, yeah, it's all.
that's a weird crossover that I never understood how those happen.
It's a very new
like
one.
with the anime and you
Yeah.
know, like these weird hybrid rap kind of cultures, the SoundCloud rapper world.
Yeah.
I like a lot of world music. I know that sounds weird, but
Yeah.
like I like world music. I like jazz.
Like We Are the World. You love that song.
Love that. Save the World.
I like jazz too. Jazz is
Meta
tight.
World Peace.
Yeah, you love Meta World Peace.
Whole album.
Is he still Meta World Peace, or is he back to? Is Dennis Rodman right?
It's Ron Artest.
Oh, Ron Artest. Fuck.
One time, I was working at Ridiculousness, and the guest was Ron Artest / Meta World Peace.
Right.
And he was a pretty weird guy. He's definitely got some mental health issues.
Yeah.
And he eventually they were gonna play a clip of his song, and then he like stopped them, and he was like, "Why don't I just sing it?"
Right.
And Rob was like, you know, Rob is a fan of controversy,
Sure,
so he's
yeah.
like, "Yeah, let's fucking see it."
That's fun. I would do the same thing. That'd
Yeah,
be
and
so
then
fun.
he got up and he couldn't remember the song,
Mhm.
like his own rap song.
Right.
So it was just like this, and then he was like yelling at people to start over, and it was really funny.
I love that. Do you think he was always like that, or becomes famous and then you just turn into like a weirdo like that?
When he was a rookie on the Bulls, he would sneak out of the locker room and buy liquor across the street from Bull Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
So I think he's always been a little out there.
That's so funny that you just go buy liquor. Like there's liquor in the stadium that you could buy.
I think he didn't want to get caught, but they said he would like be in his warm-ups,
Right.
like his
Oh, that
breakaways,
makes
and he'd
sense.
be like over at like a liquor store across the street,
Oh,
like
shit.
at halftime, and
And just
shit.
drinking during the game?
Yeah,
That's fucking crazy. Just wait till
Yeah.
after. It's like not that long.
I don't know. I guess that guy has some demons.
That's sick though.
Yeah.
Much like World Peace, you know? It's a
Uh-huh.
little more complicated than they
That's
first
why he
look.
renamed.
Yeah.
Because he was like, "This is very meta."
Yeah. And I
wanna be-
love Sam Hyde's show World Peace.
Yeah. Ron Artest is a huge Sam
He
Hyde
loves
head.
$1 Million Extreme.
Yeah, he loves that shit.
He loves all Adult Swim, you know?
Mhm.
He loves Laser Wolf.
Yep.
Have you heard of this show, Laser Wolf?
Yeah. I haven't seen it.
I'm so mad at it. I mean, if they want to hire me, go ahead.
Is it good?
I take it all back. I just saw the ad for it. I haven't seen it, but I was mad that it was.
It's just a wolf with a laser, right?
Yeah, it's because like Laser Cats was already a thing.
Motherfucker.
It was already a Lonely Island thing, and it's like, are we regressing like comedy wise. I feel like it's like I'm a wolf with a laser. Isn't that quirky? It's like we already did Laser Cats in 2005.
I don't even know. Like half the time, the stuff that shows up on Adult Swim, I'm just like, what was that pitch even like?
Yeah.
Where it's just like a guy who's like vaguely autistic, and he's like, it's like a guy, and he's like, he's animated very poorly, but like he can't talk. And
what if there was a dog that like killed children and like solved mysteries?
yeah, but he's like, he's got like a substance abuse problem.
We call him Doobie Scoo.
Yeah,
and they're like,
yeah.
and they're like, we'll give you $2 million to make this show.
And also feature you highly on billboards on Sunset.
Yeah. I feel like Adult Swim only is for, they only make shows to put on billboards in New York and LA. Mm-hmm. Like, no one else watches it anymore.
I do like what they do, though. I just don't watch it enough to know, like, what the good stuff is. Like, Metalocalypse is perfect.
That was amazing.
Isn't Rick and Morty on?
Yeah. That's a great show, too.
And then...
it's epic.
What was his name? Assy McGee was a great show.
You watched that?
Oh man, I loved Assy McGee.
I did not fuck with Assy McGee at all.
And Aqua Teen still holds up. If you go back and watch Aqua Teen, it's so fucking good.
What's great about Aqua Teen is it's like kind of a horrifying show. Like it's like there's a lot of body horror shit and really
there's
scary
a lot of
situations.
things where like
they brutally kill off their main characters all the time.
Yeah, like a laser will like make somebody grow like an abscess, and like throughout the episode, like Frylock will just be like deteriorating from radiation exposure.
Yeah, my favorite episode is one where Frylock gets cancer, and he's just like devolving in cancer, and Shake like kills himself to try and save Frylock from cancer. And Andrew WK is in it. That's a good one.
Yeah. Did you watch Metalocalypse?
I did. I love it.
That's a great
too.
show.
That's
Brandon Small.
Brendan Small.
Brendan Small.
Yeah. Who?
He's a funny dude.
Yeah, and a really nice guy too, from what I've heard. But that show was great. And also, like, that show was just, like, male rage, like, distilled into 11 minutes.
But it's funny.
Yeah, it's very, very funny.
And that's what's important. Men are funny.
Yeah.
And we got to remember that.
We got to take it back.
Every day I wake up and I pray to Jesus Christ that men remain the funniest.
Yeah, you know?
I thank God that we're the funniest.
I mean, let me tell you, I'll give you my full gender and race power rankings after the show. Because I've broken it down, buddy.
You have rankings?
Yeah, it's black men number 1.
Okay.
Then white men.
Okay.
And then a big drop. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. Indian men are doing pretty good these days.
They are. They're killing it at the Cellar, huh?
Everywhere.
Aziz took a hit, though.
Yeah. That bitch.
More like that babe.
Yeah.
.net.
That babe.net.
Yeah.
All right. Please take back everything I said.
Yeah, you're leading me into canceled territory here.
Yeah.
Travis Scott's sneakers sold out.
Yeah, those are okay.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think his sneakers went sicko mode.
Okay. Wow. How long did you write that a while ago, or
right before you saw me at Pret?
That's great.
Right before you ran into me at the coffee shop. Do you like them? Oh, yeah, you're a big sneaker guy.
I was. I've really chilled out on this.
Yeah, didn't you like get bots to like buy you sneakers and stuff like that?
No, I just used one time to get some Yeezys.
Do you think when he saw like how well his sneakers sold, he was like, "It's lit"?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't think does he do Oh God? Or
Yeah, he does. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You do really good impersonations. Your Travis Scott isn't one of them.
How about Travis Bickle Scott?
What's Travis Bickle?
You talking to me?
Oh yeah, that's good. Oh, I see what you're trying to do.
Yeah. Or more, it's like, I'm about to go sicko mode.
Yeah.
I can't,
that's good.
Yeah, I can.
That's good.
It's a combo of two people I can't really do, De Niro and Travis Scott. But I'm hoping melding them together, maybe it'll be like.
Just lock yourself in your room.
Lock the gates, Mark Maron style.
Lock the gates. Yeah. Hey, shout out to all the what the fuckers out there listening to this.
If there's any what the fuckers, what the fucking knots, what the fucker. So what? Hey, you know what? I'll interview as Mark Maron.
Okay.
So who are your guys?
I like Metzger.
Oh, he's a crazy cat. He's out there, man.
Yeah, he's crazy. I like Drew Michael.
Oh man, is he that fucking? What does he do? He was with the fucking thing.
Yeah.
He's out there. He's just like, I'm Drew Michael. What's up?
Yeah, and Chelsea Peretti.
Oh,
I'm just trying to say women.
I've had problems with her.
She accused me of
she me
stealing
me.
her dirty laundry at a dinner party. No,
I can't believe she dated Jim Norton. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, because now she's like with the most successful man in show business. Jordan Peele. The father of her children.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out.
She gets to do whatever she wants forever.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
cool.
trying to do. I'm trying to get who is a successful woman I could impregnate.
Hannah Gadsby.
Yes.
Would you marry Hannah Gadsby as your sugar mom?
No, she's gay. But I'd marry.
What if she turned for you? I think that's kind of hot.
If she turned for me, I'd be hell yeah. That life? Come on.
That'd be great.
She's doing a new one-woman show here in New York this next month.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's about her dog. Yeah.
Yeah. Her dog's in the special.
Tough act to follow.
Is that what it's called?
No, but Nanette. It's
Tough Act to Follow would be a good name for a special.
Yeah, Tough Act to Follow with Colin Quinn.
Yeah.
He should do that. He's doing his new special on CNN.
Really?
Yeah.
They filmed it. That's right.
Yeah.
On the 20th.
It's gonna be on CNN. And it's funny.
Just a
all their
great
at
network.
reply. They announced it, and all their at replies were like digging up things he said on like Opie and Anthony, and being like, "What the fuck? Why is this guy on CNN?"
I love that culture of like cancel culture.
Yeah.
Just like, all right, let's go hit the archives.
Yeah,
people.
If anyone even has if anyone who's on TV ever, we gotta just go. I'm surprised everyone who was involved with Opie and Anthony isn't completely canceled. Because you ever listen to some of those old clips?
Yeah, I mean they're insane.
They say some insane stuff, and everyone there is like everyone but Opie and Anthony are so famous now.
Is that which one's the one that's the problematic one?
Kumia?
And he's on the Crazy Network.
Yeah, Compound. It's his
Compound.
network. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah. I think that's the move. Get canceled and just start your own
entrepreneurship.
Netflix. Yeah,
man. American entrepreneurship.
The Italian way.
Yeah, the Italian way.
Hey, if you don't like it, you gotta leave.
Leave the country.
Leave the country.
But you know what's nice about that is they mean just to go on vacation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's when somebody says get out. He's like, take a break.
Yeah.
Like reset your kind of like experience with America.
Yeah, no, that's what they mean. Yeah. When they say like this is my country, that means like and it's yours. Just take some time for yourself.
Yeah, like this is our house.
Yeah.
I don't know where this riff is going.
Out the window.
I have a sinus infection, so I'm a little bit
I'm
groggy.
I'm groggy too. This is a good grog cast.
Grogcast.
Hey, one of your videos is from the Purple Onion, where I got up there too at bringer shows.
Cool, man. Do you miss San Francisco?
I do.
It's weird how much it's changing.
Yeah, they're shutting down the Punchline. Did you see that?
I am. I'm doing like a farewell show next month.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You are?
Mm-hmm.
Who else is on that?
I don't know yet. It's like it's a showcase weekend.
It's funny. I emailed the booker because I do like the Sunday when I'm out in town or whatever, and I do well usually at it. And then so I emailed the booker, hey, I would love to like audition, be passed anytime, or whatever. And he was like, yeah. In the morning he emailed me. It was a nice email, but he's like, I don't book out of towners. Sorry. And I was like, oh yeah, of course, that makes sense. Or I don't have out of towners audition. And then that day there was like the newsletter that it was shutting down, and I was like, the Goodwin curse.
The Goodwin curse.
It's like, are these two related? I think so.
I feel like I should get out of this building soon.
Yeah.
Because of your Goodwin curse. Like there's going to be. Some kind of incident.
Yeah.
A fire.
Yeah. You're going to shut down because of Google buys you out.
No, your curse is going to like hurt the structural foundation of this. It's going to fall down.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm
You're
bad. I'm
cursed.
bad luck.
Yeah.
Why do you think I'm still doing mics?
Because you love it.
I do.
You love the fucking game.
I love open mics so much. In fact, I was asked to do a show, and I was like, no, I can't.
Is it an open mic? Nah,
no, I can't.
Thanks.
I'd rather put my name in a bucket.
I have a brand to keep up with.
Yeah.
It is weird. I should go to open mics sometimes. I know that people would disagree because they'd be like, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, you don't really need open mics.
But I think it's like, there's no place that you're going to get more honest response for your material than an open mic.
Yeah, but
actually, I don't know if that's true.
I think it's like bad response though, because I think like it's like
you become open mic funny.
Yeah, I'm developing all these bits that only comics are laughing at. Like I've
you just write jokes about comics.
I mean, I realized I was like I was doing these bits that were like doing well at mics, and it was like, but it was about like Joe Rogan and Mark Maron. It's like this is not gonna work anywhere.
Yeah, it's tough when you're kind of in that space because you definitely like you are wondering where. You have to make the mic laugh, but you also have to impress the other comics so that you get booked. It's such a weird way to navigate it.
Yeah.
It's really hard. I think, I'm glad that I don't have to do that anymore.
How soon into comedy did you like not have to do mics anymore? Like, because right now, like I have to do them to get up, kind of. You know what I mean? When did you like feel like you didn't need that? Like
8 years. I mean, other people are better at better workers. / better networkers,
Yeah.
or just don't even mess with mics.
Right.
But I just, I always felt the urge to go up. So I would say even 2 years ago, I would still hit a couple mics around LA.
Right.
I have not done more than a handful of mics in New York.
Really?
Just because, I mean,
Well, you
they're
don't need
so
yeah.
brutal.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just going up for a room full of comics is pretty... Like, I definitely know how to do comedy at a level now where if a joke isn't working, I know at least how to, like, maneuver to make it work.
Yeah, totally.
At least to make an audience happy. And you can't do that with a mic. You can't be like,
no.
And I don't even know what works at those because so many people are just going in there just with contentious attitudes or, all that stuff. So it's hard.
Yeah. People kind of... The problem is it's your audience is people just waiting to go up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So how do you write new material? So how do you like test out new material? Do you just put it in the middle of your set at like, are there like tiers of shows that you do and you like test out new stuff at like?
Yeah, I just try it out at different levels of shows. If I'm at an important show where like I feel like I don't have the space to do poorly, I won't do new stuff unless it's been working. And then a lot of times I'll just go up to a show and I haven't really prepared, but I've been writing that week. So I'll just look over those notes and I'll try a bunch of that stuff and then bail if it's not going well.
Right.
I'm not great at cycling in new material, but I'm getting better at it just with the pure volume of sets here.
Right. What's like your oldest joke in your act? How long do you keep a joke in your act before you get rid of it?
I guess I have a couple jokes that are like if I'm doing 45 on the road, I have a couple jokes that are like 4 years old. But I don't think I have any older ones than that.
Really? I mean, that's relatively new. I think I still have stuff from like 2 or 3 years in my man. Actually, I think I have a joke from when I started, still in my like 8 or 9 years ago.
I mean, the thing is like it's hard to build an act that you can do everywhere. Like a lot of times I get stuck in a pattern where like if I'm just doing shows in LA and New York and I'm doing those only and I have all these bits I love and then I go to fucking Salt Lake City, it's like that none of that new stuff works.
Yeah.
Like they don't give a shit about like I had a joke I really liked about like freak shows and it was about how like you can't have freak shows anymore just because we're too like we're, like you don't.
We hate like ableism and stuff. You
we don't.
You can't do like
fun
laugh
of
at this.
somebody having a birth defect, or like even like a bearded woman. Like you couldn't be like that's not an oddity anymore.
Yeah.
That's just a gender non-binary person.
Yeah,
and that works not even in Manhattan, really.
Yeah.
That maybe in the Lower East Side,
just Brooklyn.
but it's like a Brooklyn / it's a very specific joke.
Yeah,
and it was kind of weird.
Yeah,
it wasn't a great joke, but like. I would never even dare to try that at the Comedy Cellar.
Right.
Because they would just be like, what?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
That's the problem with me, too, is like I do like a lot of like references and stuff, or I do impressions of certain people. And it's like sometimes I'll like I don't go on the road as much as you, but if I'm in like even a Vegas, let's say, like I'll do an impression of Mark Wahlberg or something, and it's like, and they're like, who is it? Or Caroline's. When I do, they
didn't know who Mark Wahlberg was at Caroline's.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's a lot of foreigner, like a lot
of.
I
think they also don't realize, like, that Mark Wahlberg's funny.
Right. You
like,
think?
Well, no, because like the people that we think are ridiculous, like other people are just like,
he's cool.
He's great.
Yeah, he's. I love that guy.
That guy's awesome.
Yeah,
and you're like, he's like.
Yeah, he's just out of his mind.
Yeah,
this is a man who thinks he could have stopped.
He works out like 6 hours every morning.
Yeah, he's like, I love the troops. He's like, shout out Navy SEALs.
Yeah, all that shit.
I love his Instagram so much. He's just trying to beat The Rock of being inspiring, but The Rock is so much more genuine when he's being inspiring.
I don't think The Rock's ever like doubted a single thing. Man.
Yeah, do you think The Rock has self-doubt? Do you ever think he's like?
Do you think, can I host another TV show?
Oh, is Skyscraper actually bad? Are they not going to like it?
He doesn't give a shit.
No, he's cashing in that. He's so rich.
I don't know if I would want, like, because so much of I enjoy talking shit so much, and I also enjoy, like, the misery loves company of life so much that I don't know if I would want to be that positive of a person. Because I feel like I don't know. Like I don't even know a comic that's like a super positive person.
Every comic I know is like
Nori Davis, maybe.
He seems pretty positive.
Yeah, like he's never a guy that's like, I can't believe they gave this to that person.
Right. Isn't like Pete Holmes? Do you know Pete? You know Pete Holmes, right? I only know his podcast persona. He seems very positive, like positive thinking though to me.
I think he's pretty positive. I mean, he'll still like, roast somebody.
Sure.
He's got some fun.
There's a deep down there's a cynicism a little bit too.
I think anybody that is that successful outside of, I think the only people I know that
actors are very positive, like just actors.
Black comedians like Kevin Hart, like those kind of guys.
Yeah.
I think that there's a lot of like thanking God.
Yes.
And I don't really see them. But then again, I mean, like Kevin's like really good friends with Big J Okerson. And
and Patrice O'Neal.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't know any white comics that are like straight up, like maybe Gary Owen or whatever that guy's name is.
I don't know Gary Owen.
He's like a white comic that does.
Oh yeah, he does like Black
Circuit,
Rims.
yeah.
I
don't know though. Like I'm just like I don't know a bunch of positive people.
A lot of comics trend towards negative thinking. I think
guess Josh Gondelman's a pretty positive guy.
He is, but he also
self-deprecating. But
he also works for like Last Week Tonight, which is like very political, right? I don't know.
Amira.
Yeah,
head writer.
He's head writer.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
Whoa. All right.
Josh is a nice guy.
Yeah, he's great.
But yeah, these are like exceptions, and you can kind of see I think you can kind of see the cynicism a little bit underneath that too. I mean, like, dude, I've been like having like a lot of like self-hate today, and that's like,
yeah, you should.
Yeah, I really should. Me on paper, it's like, yeah, this guy's got a.
Have you seen your act? No, it's hard to not. I mean, I do that too.
Yeah,
I don't like. I forget that I'm like doing everything that I dreamed of doing when I started stand up. I just wish I would have been more like, realistic about like adulthood.
Right. What do you mean? Like what part of it?
I just didn't plan like a career. I did everything as like if this works out, that's great. And then like, you got to like have like ways to generate income when times are lean, and you also have to be an employee. That's like a big thing. Like when you get a writing job, that is a job. It's not just like you don't get to just be an asshole. Like I think in the 80s you could do it. You could do like coke at the writer's table. And
even then I feel like only SNL was like that. You know what I mean? Like they had like like their hours are like set up. But I know what you mean. Like did you get a writing job and blow it for being a bad employee or something? Or like,
I did, yeah. A couple writing jobs.
Which one?
I worked for Ground Floor. I wasn't really like I never like got drunk at work or anything like that, or like sexually harassed somebody, but I just was like a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
That's generally I just have like
What'd you do?
Well, you don't really like comics bust each other's balls, and there's almost like a expectation that if a guy above you busts your balls, that you're supposed to come back and kind of support yourself, stand up for yourself. And it doesn't work like that in the TV writing room.
Yeah,
you just a guy shits on you and you laugh and then you move on.
Right. Yeah.
And I did a lot of like insubordination and like a lot of like I think I also did a lot of like just distracting stuff that kind of like those guys are almost all of the TV writers I knew were like family guys, like
Peter Griffin.
Yep, like Peter Griffin. No, they had like families and like lives, and they didn't want to be there any longer than they had to be. And so like when you go in there and you distract them, or you're a pain in the ass, they're just looking at it as like, oh, I'm going to get home later. Right. That's a pain in the ass.
Right, and you were like kind of more goofing off a little bit, maybe, or like being
and just being like distracting.
Well, the idea of a writer's job is that there is room to be goofy and like distracting,
and sometimes there is, but you just really have to like read the room, and that was like definitely. I was just my first job was my first interview, and so I was just like, oh man, I did Conan, and then I got Ridiculousness, and then I got my half hour, and then I got a sitcom job. Like life's gonna be easy from here on out. Yeah, and so that's how I approached it, and then I have never worked another guild job.
Oh Jesus. Yeah. Oh. And do you think it's because of how people talk to like?
Your current job is the reference for your next job, and I've also had good jobs since then. Yeah, but never a guild job again. And I think it's just there's not a lot of chances, and also the landscape changed. I mean, to be like, I don't think that white men have it hard, like in any kind of general way, but I do think that like in a realistic sense, like as a staff writer who is not getting a super strong recommendation, if they could hire somebody that's diverse, and they have to, that's part of the requirements, the network pays for it, that they're going to do that. I mean, like, why would they if they don't have a, positive review of you or any reason necessarily to hire you?
Yeah, for sure. Totally.
So.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, so.
But I don't think, like, I'm not one of these guys who are like, white guys have it hard. Because it's like, I can't get one of the best jobs in the world, but I also, like, don't ever have to worry about, like, a cop beating me up for just being somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that bad of a life.
Yeah, for sure. I got profiled in Philly.
You deserved it.
You
deserved it. Was it Arab or?
No, it was probably just some white psychopath doing
Oh,
something.
they thought you were white.
Yeah, I go either way.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But they were just like, hey, what's your name? I was like, Robbie. They're like, can we see your ID? I was like, okay. They're like, sorry, you fit us a description.
Were you looking in women's windows? Because we have a picture of you looking in women's windows.
Are you Elliot Rodger?
Do you wear a fedora and have a vlog?
So, sir, there was a crime at the Real Big Fish concert down the street.
Could you stop vaping while we talk to you?
Oh, man. So what's next for Andy Haynes? What do you got? What do you have any aspirations? Like, what's your next move? Like,
I would like to write some more stuff. I would like to write for a TV show. I'm trying to develop a TV show about being a mover in New York.
That's
kind of working on that.
Yeah.
And then just stand up really, like, stand up's the only thing that's ever really, like, made sense. Like, I'm a decent writer, but I'm not like, I'm good at writing jokes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm really good at.
Yeah.
Like, especially if it's like, we need a joke here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really great at that stuff.
Yeah.
Or like, we need this to be funnier.
Right.
But stand up is the only thing otherwise that's, like, made sense, and I'm pretty good at it. So it's like just trying to do more road stuff, more stand up, and then survive long enough to get, like, a apartment I like in New York.
Yeah. It'd be great to, like, live in Manhattan.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I just want, like, I want to write for TV shows and do stand up. And if people offer me acting stuff, hey, that's great.
Yeah, for sure.
And I like writing stuff, like I've been writing a lot this year about, like, mental health and
I read your Medium article. It was great.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I try to, because it's like, I think a lot of times my public persona is, like, a little bit, like, careless. Like, I can say some, like, horrible things online.
Yeah.
It's a joke, trying to be funny, but
Yeah.
I don't think people realize that you're being funny or that you're being, like, ironically insensitive.
Right.
And I'm not like when somebody, like, like Nick Mullen says something, people are like, yes, clearly he's being like, he's making fun of the thing. This is his thing. But, like, when I do it, people are just like, wow, is Andy having a bad day?
Has Andy been on the wrong websites?
Yeah. Did Andy not sleep enough?
Yeah. And also Nick
My
Mullen,
mom.
people are like, is he actually? Like, so people, if they want to read poorly into something, they will. Do you
Well,
know
I
what
don't think
mean?
Nick cares about anything. So that's probably a big
Yeah.
thing that they need to realize.
Yeah.
is that-
He's just a nihilist. Don't worry.
I mean,
about
like,
it, guys.
I think
Yeah.
every time he does something racist, he's like, you could, like, beat the shit out of him and he'd still be like,
Yeah. I don't care, dude.
I don't fucking care.
What's your fucking problem?
Beat
man?
my ass then.
Where can they find you, Andy?
I'm on all the socials at I'm Andy Haynes. You can see me outside of my ex-girlfriend's house, yell crying into the window.
You should do a say anything.
Yeah,
but
that's
with
what I
this
do.
Podcast.
But I play. What's a men's right podcast?
The Anthony Cumia show.
Yeah, I play that. I play the Anthony Cumia show
Just
on
Patrice
a boombox.
O'Neill's dating advice show.
Yeah. No, I play the Men Down Under.
Oh yeah.
Men at Work.
Oh yeah.
In a Land Down Under. I play that into her house.
Yeah.
I bought the apartment across the street.
I just
That's
play-
actually why I'm poor, is I bought an apartment and she's gonna move probably, and that's gonna suck. It's gonna be hard to unload that apartment.
Yeah.
So, but whatever.
Yeah.
Love is love.
It's blind.
No, it's I'm Andy Haynes on all the socials. I will be in, when is this gonna come out?
Probably on Wednesday.
This week.
Yeah.
Okay, next Wednesday I will be at Palm Springs at the Ace Hotel. That whole week on either side of that, I will be around LA doing spots at the Comedy Store and other LA institutions.
I love the Comedy Store.
Yeah, it's.
I've only done the roast battles there, but
It's a weird place, but it's fun. I saw your roast battle; it was really good. And then I will be at the San Francisco Punchline June 14th and 15th, and I will be in Victoria August 3rd and Calgary August 15th through 18th.
go see Andy. He's great at stand-up. I am doing a show. If you're listening to this on Wednesday, tomorrow, I am doing a show at Gotham called Comedians on the Loose, and that's about it, I think, for this week. All right. Thank you, Andy. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, guys.